saw you in the field, though. Hey, I make it look easy, it's a field goal. I've been grinding for a minute and I'm still going. How it feel to be the boss, let me find out. My team ballin', you look like you need a timeout. I'm a star, in the clutch, I'ma shine out. Working hard, yeah, I'm back on my grind now. Game on, took a loss, but I stay strong. Super Bowl rings, I just wanna play off. Gotta go hard, I can never play soft. Giant in New York, I run it back like Saquon. How it feel to be the boss, let me find out. My team ballin', you look like you need a timeout. I'm a star, in the clutch, I'ma shine out. Working hard. Rings, I just wanna play off. Gotta go hard, I can never play soft. Giant in New York, I run it back like Saquon.
Coach, thank you. Just a stone's throw from historic Monument Circle in downtown Indianapolis. We are at the beautiful Lucas Oil Stadium. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Tennessee Titans and the Indianapolis Colts. Here we go. The final week of the NFL season, Week 17, is underway.
Let's go, fellas. Here we go. Hey, come on. We ain't giving them nothing, Jack. Check 15. Check 15. This is going. Let's go. Right. 58's the mic. 58's the mic. There we go.
They'll run it for the first time with Williams. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Switch. Check 9. Shoot. 36.
They'll run it with Williams. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man.
Mike's 59. Let's go. Mike 5'9". Bring it. Echo. Check 59. Mike is 59.
On 3rd down, Bacon. Going to throw right side here, complete. 13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a 1st down.
Now, that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you make curl a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. Looking to throw. Bacon completes it to Benjamin. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A well-executed 22-yard gain. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got room. All told, it's an even 30 and a 1st down.
Oh, that's a big one right there. You talk about breaking off a huge chunk of real estate. But if you're the defensive coordinator, you cannot dwell on the fact you just gave up an explosive run. You have to look ahead, regroup your guys, and figure out a way to slow down this attack.
This will be caught at about the 5. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. Nice job defensively to hold them to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Williams. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
And he gets in. Touchdown, Tennessee. James Conner, his first touchdown on the year. And the Titans take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Here we go. Set. San Lobo. 80 weapons. 80 weapons. Let's go. We got double up. Double up. Kill, kill, kill. Kill, kill, kill. Kill, kill, kill. Turn it up. Kill, kill.
They'll run. This is Melvin Gordon. And an alley to run. And they're able to get this this one across the 35. Give the Colts 13 yards and a first down. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Second down and inches. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
An incomplete pass on second down leads us to third and inches.
Charlie, 31, 42's a mark, 42's a mark. Here we go, here we go.
Back to throw. Love. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, and have them back on their heels.
And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on fourth down. They're going to run. This is Gordon. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on fourth.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Off the play fake. Field. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off inside the 10.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. A free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle.
On second down now, Benjamin. And they'll get him down up past the 15. That's a first down pickup for Tennessee on a gain of 10. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
58, right over there, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense. And here we go. Shoot up.
Throwing on first down. Bacon. Benjamin's got it. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Looking to throw. Bacon. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
Well, if you go by the numbers, you'll find as the temperature goes down, so does the passing efficiency. And now that we're in December, even the routine throws are going to be harder for the quarterbacks. And this one, it winds up getting picked off.
On the delayed handoff, this is Gordon. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches at the Titans' 33-yard line.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on 2nd down.
Yep, Mike 42, check outside. 42. Hey, check. Ready, go.
Back to throw. Love. It's his running back, Melvin Gordon. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. 7 yards there and a first down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
On first down, Love. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal. A bit of a catch for him to remember. That's number 400 for his NFL career. Not a bad number at all. The Colts with a first red zone opportunity of the ball game. They're looking at a 1st and goal from about the 9. From the gun, Love. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Evan Ingram, his 4th touchdown on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. And he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make? Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
Looking to throw. Bacon. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. The intended receiver there was Jonnu Smith, and that'll make it 3rd down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. Throwing on 3rd and long. Bacon. And he comes back with one complete. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Even though they might not find the number 1 seed next to their name come playoff time, there's not going to be very many teams, if any, entering the playoffs on the kind of run they're on. They're hot.
And I love that word, hot, because every team in the league wants to go into the playoffs on that uptick. because a lot of the time you sort of notice to the rest of the league that, hey, we're the team you need to deal with. We're the team that's going to be a real problem for you. And if they can continue this streak, they could very well be that team and gain that confidence that they're seeking as they head to the playoffs.
And confidence, that's the word I would use from our meetings with them. They said we're playing our best football right now. It is showing. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Pilot 64, weak. Mike 55, Mike 55.
Off play action. Love looking for Campbell downfield. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Paris Campbell, his 19th touchdown now on the season. And the Colts have taken the lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers. That meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
The Titans take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
Check. Kill.
They stay on the ground this time. It's Williams. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big pickup of 38. So the big play gets him across midfield now for first and 10. Williams. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
A loss of a yard brings up second and 11 at the 42-yard line.
To throw on second down. Bacon flushed out right. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
To throw on third down. Bacon. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. So they'll say no to the 50-yard field goal try. Instead, the offense out there, they're going for it. On fourth down, Bacon. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Titans try it, but ultimately they fail on fourth down. And the Colts are going to take over with a football. Good starting field position for the Colts as they have it first and 10 at the 45. They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. steps, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Harold Landry able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Got an extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for third down.
No. Off. Lock it. Slip.
Now they run from the gun with Gordon. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line, well short of the first. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. That'll be out of bounds, and how good was that? They'll say the 3-yard line. That's where they spot it.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb.
Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Say it. Kill.
They begin the drive with Williams. And they'll hit him for a loss as he's back to his 2-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. On the ground, this is Williams. 22 yards there, a first down. Well, he's broken off some big-time runs here in this first half.
Yeah, and let's just face it. When you go into a game, you think you've got the plays that are going to work, but when you actually get out there and they're starting to happen, your confidence rises, and he's running with terrific ability right now.
On 1st and 10, Bacon. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Lamb. Touchdown, Titans. A big play there. 76 yards as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game.
After nearly 30 minutes of football, that touchdown puts us in a position where if they make the extra point, we're right back to even before we start the second half.
Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half, all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, just string them together. Could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
Now he's going to let it go deep. And got his man complete. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. And that one results in 35 yards. So a challenge coming down from the booth, and that's where these challenges come from, of course, in the final 2 minutes of the half.
Yeah, now we're going to New York, right? That's command central for the officials. They'll talk, they'll take a look at it, communicate with the referee at the game site, and issue a final decision because they do have the final call now.
Gordon. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Let's go, D.
On second down, they'll run with Gordon, and he'll go down at the 28. Now a 10th carry for Melvin Gordon. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. The kick by Elliott is good. And they take a 17-14 lead. So we will not go into the lockers tied. We do have a leader in the clubhouse, so to speak.
Yeah, it's only 3 points. Doesn't seem like much, but it looms big the way that they got it done right before the half ended.
The Titans take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and they're going to have a third down.
Red! 15 lining, 15 lining.
That's what I do.
Slam, blue dart porkers, blue dart porkers. Bones, no. Hey, check. Gone. Ready.
Naeem Hines, his first carry. And he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down.
This team doesn't mind running the ball in any situation, and I thought he was going to get the first down the way the play developed, but the defense closed in and stopped him just about a yard short.
On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. Amazing. Perfectly placed. If that ball goes 1 extra yard, maybe not even an extra yard, the starting point is the 20.
So there is a reason that a lot of punters are also excellent golfers. They know distance control. You know what else they have? Same groove motion over and over. Once they have that down, it repeats under pressure.
And now where are they going to mark him here? Well, they say he did get back to the 1-yard line, but that could have easily been 2 points the other way.
Second and 10 at the 1-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Here we go, D. Here I come again.
Watch out.
To throw from his end zone. Bacon. And get this to his tight end. It's Jonnu Smith. First down, Titans, gain of 12.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he goes across the 20 to the 22.
After another impressive run, the question has to be asked, how do you slow these guys down running the football? I think they're going to try and get more people to the point of attack, try and get more people to the line of scrimmage, almost use a variety of run blitzes in order to try and get it done.
Ready? Right. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now. That's it. 58, come on.
Squeeze, double.
From the gun on third down. Bacon gets it to Benjamin. It's caught. And I think the ball's out, and the Colts pick it up.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. That throw good for 4. It's second down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. 2nd and 6. Catch made here by Campbell. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Now, 54's Mike. 61, matchbox, right. We're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet. Go.
From the gun on third down. Love. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Throwing to start the drive. Bacon. And this one complete to Smith. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
On second down, Benjamin. And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. On third down, Bacon. And that is incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. A good kick, 49 yards, just 3 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. We have not seen much on offense from either side these last few drives. It has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. Back to throw. Love finds his tight end Ingram. Good yardage there for the Colts. 18 and a first down.
It's a gain of 18. That's another Colts first.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
27-yard line.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Love. And he he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Jeffrey Simmons in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. They'll give it to Gordon out of the shotgun. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Ready. 10 Tucson. Go! Let's Alpha. Ready, go!
Operating from the gun. Love going underneath for Gordon. It'll be a pickup of 16, but they'll remain short of the marker, and it's 4th down.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent game. Now they're 4th and manageable.
Just a little short, though, with that marker. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Bacon. And the catch made by Hopkins. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now Williams. And here's another tackle made at the line. So they're converging well on the football now.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Again, it's Williams. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the 1st down. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down.
But they got off the field on 3rd down. An excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments and usually only at halftime. But the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
That's going to be a long day. Check, 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 check.
On 4th down, Bacon. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. 4th down, no problem. 19 yards that time, but now it's 1st and 10. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. A small bit of adversity here on what's been a strong drive as they come up 2nd and 12. From the gun, Bacon. Caught on the left side by Benjamin. 6 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 3rd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
On 3rd down, here's Williams. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. He's back to throw. Rolling to his right. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. DeAndre Hopkins, his third touchdown now on the year, as they are now just an extra point away from taking the lead here in the final 2 minutes. They do tack on the extra point as well, and that is going to put them on top by a point, and it sets us up for quite a finish. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll look to throw. Campbell making the catch. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 16 yards to pick up there. The Colts have a first down. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They'll run on first down. Hines. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Not in a position where they absolutely have to rush right now, but they definitely have to pick up the tempo a bit.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Back to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
He'll look to throw. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 34-yard line. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Right here. Right there.
Back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. DJ Reader in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. 2nd and 15. This is Gordon on the dump off. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
Partner, you got to like what they're doing right there. Little by little, they're getting closer. Another good pickup.
Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard.
36. Check 37. Jim, General, West.
Off the play fake. Love. And Ingram hauls it in. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game.
Tight door.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He'll find Hines out of the backfield. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. The passing game for the Colts finding its stride, another first down. And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on 1st and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead. They run with Hines. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Now the timeout will be called, so they're in field goal range with 3 seconds left. Right now, everything resting on the right foot of Jake Elliott. And a timeout comes in. The whistle's blown with 3 seconds remaining. Right now, everything resting on the right foot of Jake Elliott. With 3 seconds to go, this for the win. And his kick is good. And they have regained the lead.